Hololive's first ever official visual novel has just been released in English, and I've never been more excited. Starring Hololive's very own Minato Aqua with Shirakami Fubuki and Houshou Marine as supporting cast, it's a story about love between a maid, Aqua, and her master, Us. Suck it, fanfictions, you just got one-upped by the real deal. Will Hololive's first visual novel live up to the hype? Will Aqua and I get our happy ending? Will I ever stop simping for Fubuki? No. My name is Bruce. This visual novel's name is AQUARIUM, and here's exactly why you may or may not want to play it. Hololive has been extremely popular for quite a while now. I suppose it was more of a matter of when, not if, an official visual novel with Hololive members would be produced. But this one is a special case. Whilst this is a visual novel developed and published by Entergram, Aqua supervised many details of the game, from the storyline to the illustrations and character outfits, and even the BGM. The visual novel is Aqua's 1 million subscriber commemoration wish that she dreamed of making since one of her first games she ever played was the galge. As a man who has read a lot of visual novels over the years, and I do mean a lot, I want to give you my genuine thoughts and share whether or not this game might be for you. Especially to Hololive enthusiasts who might be intimidated trying out AQUARIUM as their first visual novel. Whether you buy this game to support Aqua or simply want to play a high quality Hololive visual novel, you'll find many appealing features here. But first, let's get acquainted with the story. Theo Francois, our player character and eldest son of the noble family that lords over the region, suffers from memory loss. Even worse, every night, Theo has the same nightmare. He's abandoned by a mysterious girl at the beach with the parting words, "I hate you." Don't worry, Theo, I have the same nightmare, except in mine, women slap me and tell me to put my pants back on. His nightmares are often interrupted by Marine, a loyal maid of the Francois household. She's energetic, happy-go-lucky, and dirty-minded. I mean, she's Marine. Whilst Fubuki and Aqua feel like they're playing characters compared to their Hololive persona, Marine is just herself. And it's funny, yet kind of scary how well this fits into the visual novel. Marine voices her concerns when Theo mentions how his nightmares are ongoing, but despite that, she rushes him along so they make it in time for breakfast with Fubuki. Fubuki, or should I say Fubuki-oneesan, is very strict with Theo, since he is next in line as the oldest son of the Francois family. But when push comes to shove, she cares deeply for Theo and is worried that his nightmares will continue to get worse. Garnering the nickname Silver Fox, she excels at everything she does and is a role model for all noble women. I also just want to mention that the Silver Fox thing is just a nickname. She and Theo are blood related, yet nobody at all mentions that she is a fox. She just do be. Fubuki lets Theo know that a cute but inexperienced maid will be starting with them today, and she'll be Theo's personal handmaid from there on. Introducing Aqua. Pachi. She's shy and clumsy, but endearing in the way she gives it her all. But she's really clumsy. And did I mention she's... Also, her obsession with cats is adorable. I mean, look at that. OP plays, and from this point on, it's Aqua learning the ropes of being a Francois family maid with the help, or lack thereof, from Marine, with Theo becoming more interested in Aqua, and Fubuki keeping an eye on things. A good half of this visual novel is slice of life moments, with a key focus on Aqua and Theo's advancing relationship, as Theo finds himself mysteriously drawn to Aqua's charm. It'll be less mysterious if you browse r/Hololive for 5 seconds. Approaching this visual novel, I was afraid the story wouldn't live up to the Hololive hype the talents bring with them, but I was sorely mistaken. Typically in shorter visual novels, the story will lack narrative depth and character development due to the condensed writing style that scenario writers will employ when targeting a shorter visual novel length. In AQUARIUM, it's true the visual novel is a shorter length, being around 7 to 8 hours, but due to the simple nature of the story and the focus being on Aqua, this ends up being the perfect amount of time to tell the story they wanted to tell. The story of an unbecoming blossoming love between a clumsy maid and a wealthy noble. The VN being short also benefits its pacing. You know when slice of life bits just go on and on and on and on, and you start losing interest in the story? Well, mondai nash. Aquarium is the perfect blend of slice of life and, I wouldn't say action, but eventfulness. It employs a lot of cliches seen in anime and visual novels, but you can't really fault them for that. I can see this being many people's first visual novel, and it'll be easier to ease into the experience with familiarity. This is unrelated, but I think the ending will piss people off. I thought it was hilarious and beautiful, but they employ one of the most frowned upon story conclusion tactics. And speaking about endings, there are 2 joke routes, one for Marine and one for Fubuki. Despite how short they are, I appreciate the fan service. 10 out of 10 would eat spicy food with Fubuki again. When all is said and done, there's one final chapter that focuses on Theo and Aqua going to the festival together. Because what is a Japanese media without Matsuri? It's actually a pretty good final chapter, so I'm glad they included it. Aquarium's storytelling is enjoyable and worth reading to the end. I don't know what else to say. I may be looking through the rose-tinted glasses of a Hololive enjoyer, but even with my pride as a reviewer at stake, I can say if you enjoy Hololive, you will enjoy this visual novel. It's very clear to me that this was a passion project from Aqua and the involved Hololive members. From the title screen onward, there's a lot of polish put into the story itself, the voice acting, and the art. Every character's voice acting is top-notch, but I suppose that's to be expected from the esteemed members of Hololive. That being said, what brings Aquarium closer to mediocrity is pretty much everything else. The engine works fine, but it is a little bloated, has a bunch of features that are unnecessary. Seriously, who would want to speed up the voices? It sounds awful. And it's not primed for English because it cuts off words once the line ends, which is extremely annoying. And is that the Holy Scriptures? Besides the phenomenal vocal tracks, Aquarium's looping soundtracks that reoccur are pretty run-of-the-mill. You got your everyday slice of life song, your silly things happening song, etc. They are all fine soundtracks, but not memorable enough for me to distinguish them from any other moe-ge I have read. But I hate to end on a bad note and have yet to talk about one more thing, Aquarium's art. The art is fantastic. It's crispier than my mom's homemade twice-fried shrimp dumplings, and that's a good thing. My arteries say hi. What's more, there's a huge amount of sprites, especially for Aqua, which helps accentuate each character's feelings. The backgrounds are good, nothing to write home about, but transitions too? God has not forsaken us. If you are a Hololive fan, you should be reading Aquarium. And even if you're not, I might still recommend this, just maybe not at its steep price. Aquarium is a passion project at its core, and whilst the story is a bit cliche, it makes up for it for doing what it does very well. On the visual novel Richter scale, this visual novel ranks up there with my shorter favorites. And hopefully that'll be true for you too. Aqua, you made a fine visual novel, and I hope you are proud. Ladies and gentlemen, this game has been Aquarium, my name has been Bruce, and it always will be. Peace.